We come instead to draw inspiration from them. We reflect on a young life with all the hopes and joys and aspirations of a long and productive lifetime ahead, all sacrificed for a country that to this day represents what Lincoln called the last best hope of mankind. We come in gratitude to know that in every generation there are such heroes among us who will step forth from the safety of hearth and home and into mortal peril to protect their fellow citizens. Patton put it best when he said it's foolish and wrong to mourn the men who died. Rather, we should thank God that such men lived. We come out of recognition that although the suffering of these fallen heroes has ended, the suffering of their families goes on day in and day out. There are Gold Star families among us who spend their Memorial Days not at barbecues and beach parties, but in solemn ceremonies and quiet vigils around honored graves. We honor their loved ones and hope that in some small way we can help fortify them against the loss that they bear every day of their lives. But most of all, we come in recognition of Shakespeare's plea that this story shall the good man teach his son. A few years ago, I had the honor to visit members of the 3rd United States Infantry Old Guard who tend the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington Cemetery. They are meticulously dressed and painstakingly drilled as they honor the memory of our fallen warriors. It is quite an impressive sight. And on a warm spring day like this, thousands of tourists will show up to watch and to join the Old Guard for a moment to honor the sacrifices memorialized at the tomb. But tourists don't often show up during hurricanes or in driving snowstorms or at 2 o'clock in the morning in sleet and hail. But the Old Guard does. They commit 2 years of their lives to this service under the strictest of conditions. And I asked a young sergeant, well, why? Why do you do this? And his answer was simple and direct. Because, sir, we want to demonstrate to our fellow Americans that we will never forget. For that reason, Mr. Speaker, I bring this bill to the House today with the unanimous support of the entire California congressional delegation. We do so to assure that our fellow Americans never forget Marine Staff Sergeant Sky Mote. In consultation with his family, we've identified a mountain in the John Muir Wilderness of the Sierra National Forest, overlooking where Sky Mote and his family often camped and hiked. This bill proposes that it forevermore be known as Sky Point, as a token of our nation's respect of his heroism, its appreciation of his sacrifice, its sympathy for his family, and of its solemn pledge that succeeding generations of his countrymen will never forget him. I yield back.
The gentleman from California yields back. The gentleman from Utah.